Get on up in here, friends. Get on up in here, friends. Hey, booze, what's up? It's been a minute. Everything's been going cool with me. Nothing extra, no drama. I am still practicing my abstinence. I have not put myself out there to date anybody. I have not put myself out there to, you know, want to have anything, a body exchange. I don't want any soul ties with anybody. My last lover, we're still my ex-boyfriend. And I'm good with that. Let's talk about forgiveness. Even though it's hard for us to forgive a lot of stuff, we really have to start chipping away at it. Forgiveness does not mean forgetting at all. You know what I mean? It's kind of like when people are going through their different seasons and we get rained on in those seasons, right? It's not like they're doing it on purpose. We're just moving without protection. When it gets dark outside, like when you see red flags or whatever, but when it starts to get dark out and it should be sunny and bright at like 12 o'clock in the afternoon, but it looks like it's about to be 7-ish at night, when you want to run and make sure you have your either rain jacket or a toboggan, or not a toboggan, a rain jacket, a hoodie, umbrella, just in case, right? Because you've been rained on. Seasons change and it prepares us for what things look like. You know what I mean? So we won't get caught in a storm, because a storm is not going to last always. But it's just how we go about protecting ourselves during it. I choose to be abstinent from sex and dating so I can just heal a little bit more, right? And I'm trying to, allow God to refine me and accept his refining. I'm looking up, y'all, and I am way more slower to anger. I am being surrounded by people who I end up talking about the goodness of God with, or having them trusting themselves, which means they're really trusting in God. You know what I mean? And it's like, their intuition is true, and having discernment and understanding manifesting and understanding God's signs and signals, right? And so forgiveness has to come when you really want to feel better. You don't want to hold grudges. You don't want to be mad. You don't want to be mean. You don't want to be any of those things, right? You don't want to be jealous. You want to be just, able to verbalize and ask God for what you want. Maybe somebody has something you didn't know you wanted until they got it. Well, tell God you want something too, so it won't look like you're a copycat. Or you just share with that person your honesty. That looks like such a good time, and I would really like to try something like that. Like, can you give me some information on how I can do it too? Be honest. It's not even being vulnerable, it's being honest, right? Another thing too is, if you're manifesting things, when you hear songs we thought about, you're praying for signs, and God says, in all thy ways acknowledge me, right? So, like I said, from not bumping your head on the counter because you were walking too fast, not slipping and falling in the shower when you got a little tiny bit dizzy from moving too fast, that's God. You know what I mean? Just having so many ways I can reference how good God is. But the major thing is, I don't have any pain in my body. I don't have any anger in my system. I don't have any, my pH balance is balancing. I don't have any soul ties, with anyone, trying to break some old memories that I had that I'm stuck in, but it's not enough to, want to be a part of a Rolodex, because it's okay to walk away from someone who is not trying to build with you. Spoiling someone and taking them, on a road trip. Oh man, so awesome. It's so much fun, right? But not if you feel like they're doing that with everybody. And you can't be made to feel special. And if you told the person in the beginning how you are, hey, sometimes I'll need reassuring, Just to know that I'm yours and you vibing with me the same way I'm vibing with you. And they couldn't give you that. That's more than money and more than anything. That peace of mind, wanting to belong to someone that is really treating you amazing, and to find out that they don't see you as being amazing enough. You know, God doesn't want them to. Doesn't mean you did anything bad. You're not worthy. That's just not your person. And even though the one thing to get excited about is the fact that this is the my ex guy, which I'm stuck on. Obviously, I talk to you guys. I don't talk to him. I talk to y'all about it. So whatever, right? I'd rather be proud of myself and missing this beautiful man every day than to be in a relationship or no. Because he offered me a relationship and decided he wanted to be single. Offered me a situationship, and I wonder why he's breaking dates or having multicolored condoms when I don't get to use them. And it's I'm opening up my sexuality more. I want to do more exploratory things with you. You know, making I want to build with something for you. I work 2 jobs. I want to give you the money that I make at work because you're paying all the bills and leave me a couple $100s out for weed and whiskey. I mean, I don't know. I want a 50-50, but when I found a man that I feel like I prayed for somebody so amazing, that didn't work out because they needed to heal some more and they weren't communicative over what they needed at the time from me. I'm not a go with the flow person. I am a let me know what's up with it. I didn't say you have to marry me or be engaged to me or even move in together. I just want to know that what me and you got going on, you know, is a safe place for me. I know how I love, and I know that I'll go all out in relationships. So I need to preserve me for someone who is showing me that they want to build something with me and not take it away. Because I even told him, I said, dude, I feel like if you were to propose to me, you leave me at the altar. You took a relationship from me. You stopped inviting me to family stuff. And not that I started acting out or acting a fool. You just want to separate yourself so you could make it easy to just do what you need to do for your healing. I get it. So I understand why I always told myself don't date someone in the transition of going through a divorce. There's different levels to it before they're ready, or even if they will want to settle down again, you know. So by being in a relationship with that person, it made me realize I'm not a fuck buddy or a booty call. I want a whole man that's mine, that's going to claim me out loud. I don't mean on social media. You know, I don't want no one finding my man, DMing him, or, you know, no, I don't want to put you on social media. I'll show your shoes because we got matching shoes, or I'll show where we are together, or I'll show you protecting me or making me feel safe, right? He did physically, man. Protecting me from a dog at his cousin's house, walking in the store with his gun because it was some niggas in there and it was nighttime. I was going in there by myself. Just protecting me because I'm afraid of heights when we went to different games and events. It's just so many beautiful memories, but not enough to want to feel empty and have my nervous system fucked up because I'm thinking that you are doing this with other women because you start to break dates. And even when I saw him last October, I had to remind him to come fuck with me. You took a friend home and, oh yeah, I forgot. Well, you made your choice. Go and do what you have to do, but you wasted my time having me waiting, right? So then he showed up. I was so excited to see him because I'm the only one in love, duh. But still, you know. I had to, when God starts giving me everything else I prayed for, and me start manifesting other things, I said, well, shit, if I can't manifest him, that means this ain't what you want me to do. This ain't who you got for me, God. I stopped praying for him to be with me and start praying for his happiness. I hope he finds what he's looking for. And I just wasn't the woman that he wanted, you know, to make a vow to, as far as being committed to, as far as a relationship. And that just means that I'm proud of him being bold enough to not settle, you know. But trust me, the man that God has for me will be like, I'm better than what he prayed for. You know, I'm ambitious, I'm motivated, I love God, I'm a good mama, I'm a good friend, I'm a good family member. I show up for my job happily, both of them. I'm doing what I really want to do, so I have joy and peace in my life. That's all. And I just wanted to tell you guys, forgive people who ran on you during their seasons, because it has nothing to do with you. You know, you saw the storm coming. You just got to protect yourself. You know? Sometimes it's okay to separate yourself for the betterment of your spirit. And God will also knock people off the block who don't belong on your journey. Like my cousin, we were best cousins I'm 47 now, y'all. We were best cousins for 30 years. And she hurt me so deeply 3 times. But the last time she put some extra hot sauce on the wound with salt mixed in. Now we don't talk. I have to pray about it and give myself permission to just stay away. Other than that, don't blame people for their seasons when we saw it coming. You know, even when I told you, you're going through a divorce, you're not ready to date, and don't mix me in with your kids because I'm going to be the only one hurt. But I saw it coming. Which is why I don't give him shit. I don't call him and text him fighting for something that's not mine. He ain't fighting for me either. Shit. Hopefully he's happy doing his thing, but you know, walk away from what doesn't serve you and trust in God and just wait on God. I'm waiting. Y'all are in my waiting with me. Like I said, I'm not on any social media dating websites. I got off of those now 4 months ago. That's not where I want to meet my husband. I don't want to meet him over there. I want to meet him when I walk to my mailbox and he asks me for directions. I want God to have, if my ex was supposed to be my man, bring your ass over here and let me know. He know I'm home. From basically nothing more, nothing less than 9:30 to 5 p.m. I'm right here at the house. If he was supposed to be with me, he would be over here getting me. God would let him reach out to me. But I'm being protected from all of that because that's not where I'm supposed to be. So, forgiveness in my spirit. I forgive myself for not trusting in God all the way. And for idolizing my boyfriend at the time. That's why God took him away from me. Yeah, I would pray over him, pray for him. But I would pray for him so he could be healthy and live forever for me. No, that's not what I want. So, I'm in the season of keeping people away from me who don't make my spirit feel good, who make me question myself, and who don't respect or value my heart or the friendship that I offer, or, you know, they're in their season. And I've seen God give payback to people that deserve their karma. So I'm just going to chill. And my cousin, she's going to get her karma. But my ex, he doesn't deserve bad karma at all. He just deserves healing and a safe place to love. And to be able to love, you know. I pray that he is in a happy, healthy relationship with someone that he chose. And he didn't say, well, I just want to be single. Or I want to see where it goes. Hopefully he found a safe place. And I'm sorry that I couldn't make him feel safe enough to want to stay in a relationship with me. But I've been working on that. Making sure that the next person that, you know, comes into my life, they feel safe enough to give me their love and their commitment. Period. So, other than that, I'm still going to FedEx from 4 in the morning to 8:30. My boss has let me be like first cut, you know, so I leave at 8:30. And that's it, y'all. Justice is going to, he's still working for his dad. He's going to school at nights for being a diesel mechanic. When he's done with that, he's going to get his CDL. Because he says, Mama, why would I know how to fix diesel trucks and everything like that? And I can't even drive them out the parking lot to properly fix them. And he loves the Lord, and he prays, and he manifests, and he's so, such a good inspiration to his buddies. A positive influence. Praise God. And the girls at work, the young girls at work, they come to me for counsel, for positive counsel. They tell me, oh, you're so young, you're so pretty, so beautiful. That's because God wants me to catch your attention. And when I catch your attention, it's up to me to have something sustainable to give you. Praise to God, I know Jesus and I love the Lord. Everything I do is so God can give me my kingdom husband. I want my mate. I want my partner. This man made me want to be a wife again. My ex-husband, God didn't put us together at all. I was going to break up with this man. 3 days later, he tells me we got to go to the courthouse to take care of some business while I dress really nice and dress pretty. I'm like, of course. Of course I will, And my mom and them were there, and surprised you're getting married. I didn't even get proposed to. All I want is like a prom. I don't know. I don't want to diminish what I really pray for. I want someone that's going to choose me every day. A husband does not. It's just, I'm an ex-wife. To sum it up. God was not in my marriage like I wanted him to be. And God showed me so much things that my ex-husband were doing. Especially not choosing me. I do not want to take any of these traumas into a new relationship, which is why I'm choosing to be abstinent during my healing. I'm abstaining from sex. I'm abstaining from dating. I'm abstaining for looking thirsty. I put so many memes and funny stuff up on TikTok and Facebook. It's Wendy's World on Instagram and on TikTok, and on Facebook it's my name, Dewana Vincent. I just learning to heal and to forgive, so that I can get what I pray for. I want to be worthy of what I pray for. So I'm watching a lot of, inspirational, happy stuff, on my YouTube channels. Watching Kitty and them from tonight's conversation from that podcast show. I don't want certain ways I don't want to sound, and certain things I'm like, oh wow. Because I want to be a good partner for someone. Yeah, I feel like I'm beautiful and spiritual and loving and kind. But I don't play that shit too. So somebody piss me off, I'm ready to fuck them up, But I'm slow to want to do that. And I'm sure I've embarrassed him a couple of times with, popping off, when he was, probably wanting me to be more relaxed. But not, up in nobody's face or nothing. But it's like we were in a car once and somebody pissed me off and I cussed him out. He goes, "Ooh, calm down." And I'm like, nigga, I could have been worse. What do you mean calm down? I'm inside our car with the windows up. I'm not honking my horn at them or yelling at them. I'm yelling inside my car, but at a higher octave, not just yelling to where my voice is sore. So I was like, oh shit. So again, it could be a multitude of things. However, that's because he's not my man. So I forgive myself for the downpour. Again, I love you guys. And I told you guys are going to be on this journey with me. And one day, I'll show you, as God shows me, what that love is going to look like and feel like. Again, I want to keep him private, as far as I don't need him on my TikTok, on my Facebook, YouTubes, and Instagram, none of that. but just to show reminiscences of, look what God did. I love you guys. Always take care of you. Thanks for watching another video on It's Wendy's World. And yeah, if you need anything, if you guys ever want to talk, you already know, hit me up in the comments, right? If you have any questions, hit me up in the comments. And yeah, that's everything. I love you guys. Always take care of you. And we'll talk later, babies.